What is up, guys? It's your boy here today and welcome to another fantastic deck. Before I'm going to talk about the deck, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. Don't forget to check out the story time about the worst fodder ever and our league and many more, like, Sword and Shield gameplay, being ready to competitive scene Sword and Shield, and decks, of course, with pack openings. So today I'm going to talk about the Charizard deck after Cosmic Eclipse, the one, a little bit modified what Robin Schultz presented, and just a few tweaks that are working more for my own personal taste with that deck. So let's just jump right into it. So first things, we have one Ditto, of course, is gonna go on Zebstrika. I did try to play Blitzy over one Vulpix, but Ditto is a lot better. Then we have, one Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff. Again, that's a fantastic card. You can splash it almost in every single deck, and it's just really good with Jumping Balloon. Then we have one Turtonator, one Heatran-GX, two Reshiram, you see Reshiram and Charizard super close to each other. One Victini, of course, Prism, line of 2 Vulpix, Ninetales, 2 Dedennes, one Zebstrika, and 2 Jirachis. So I know there are different versions of like the Pokemon lineup here. Like some people play more Jirachis, more Dedennes. I like them this way. So 2 of Dedenne and Jirachi. Then we go to 4, and I mean playset of Cherish Balls, one Fiery Flint, one Great Catcher. I really do like Great Catcher in this deck. 2 Pal Pads, 4 Pokémon Communication with 3 switches. Then we have 3 Giant Hearths, 1 Heat Factory, and 1 Power Plant for this Mew 3 matchups, right? Because again, we don't use a lot of abilities. We have the Dedenne, sure, and a Heatran, but aside of that, not really non-GX only. With 4, of course, 4 Welders, 2 Escape Boards, and 18 Energy. So this, this plays exactly like Ability Zard. That's why we called him Charizard. And it's, not that far away from what Robin Schultz played. It's just, another incarnation. And I think, it's great to show you guys here. So let's play those 2 fantastic games with that deck. And hopefully you're going to enjoy it as much as I am. Because, well, not having like 4 Jirachis and 4 Dedennes, or like 3 Dedennes, cuts, like the cost a lot. And, it's more accessible to a lot of people, because maybe you have like me, only 2 Jirachis, maybe you have like 1 Dedenne. It still can work, right? So we want to go first or want to go second. Yeah, you kind of want to go first. Why not? Again, if you want, you can add Volcanion here, maybe 1 copy. I'm not a biggest fan of Volcanion in this deck, but if you want to, you can add him if you're lacking one of the cards. Like that's, that's a cool thing about that deck. You can always add something that you have and cut something you don't. But look at this start. That's not the best start in the world. Of course, having 4 Jirachis makes a Jirachi start a lot easier, a lot better, but you're not always getting one, right? So you have to be careful here. Okay, so I know we have a Welder, and I'm going to play Welder for the draw, unfortunately for the draw, but we drew a Turtonator, but I don't really care that much about that Turtonator. No, I do not. Because for me, as of right now, more important card definitely is the Dedenne, right? But because, I want to play that Dedenne, I also do want to, have some fun. And this fun is going to mean, of course, putting Zoro Ninja front, because now, like Escape Board, of course, on Vulpix, because now he has to work its way towards something, right? He has to find a switch, he has to find a way of doing something, and because of I can do it right now, I can go and I can play Charizard. It's all cool, it's all fine, I can play Charizard. Giant Hearth, exactly going to play Giant Hearth, and I do not need switch, to be quite honest. At least not right now. I can discard it. It's okay. He doesn't know that I have Victini in my hand, so I want this, to stay this way. So like that, and passing the turn. Or actually, no. Can I do it? No, I can't. So passing the turn. It's all cool. It's all fine. So definitely having this Green Zoroark front is destroying his idea a little bit. He actually might have a switch. Okay, so basic Pokemon, okay, so has no retreat cost, but he had to play something here, so I have a knockout on Hoopa next turn with, of course, Giant Hearth. That's why I kept Giant Hearth, and with Welder, because I'm going to have a lot of energy. So whatever I'm going to draw right now, I know I have to discard it, right? I can try to discard energy and hope I'm going to draw one, but should I risk it, right? Like, that's, that's a good question. Deck doesn't play Reset Stamp. If you want to, you can always add a Reset Stamp. I think, without it is equally good. So there we go. I said that, right? Whatever it's gonna be, we're gonna, get rid of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So energy goes on Reshiram. Welder, of course, go on Reshiram. So I'm doing now 230 damage, and I'm drawing 3 cards. There we go. And look at that. I drew the Dedenne. So let's go. Let's start doing something. I want to keep Welder. Like, the Dedenne is not something I want to play and I need to play right now. So I can just retreat and knock out with Flash Strike. There we go. And the fact that he let me knock it out with a Flash Strike also kind of allows me for next turn to not only play a Pal Pad, but also play a Giant Hearth on, let's say, the Dedenne, because I don't think I'm going to need a Dedenne anymore, and actually use a GX for 300 to knock out the tag team, right? When slowly we're going to go and charge our Victini. And, he kind of forgets that, it counts mine, not his GXs and EXs. That's also, I didn't want to play a lot of GXs in this game. That's why I want to discard the Dedenne and not Pal Pad, or not Welder, or not anything else here. Actually, I can't, even discard Welder. So I can see where he's going with it. Well, I mean, I know my turn. Like, there's just no... Okay, he plays Custom Catcher, sure. On Victini, okay. I mean, fair play. Missed his favor, okay. Wait, Evelyn, Donna, Morgan? Really? Okay, so, yeah, that was not a bad play by any means. Now, for me, it changes a lot of things, because first things first, I can play a Pal Pad, so bring back both Welders. Discard Jirachi, right? And I can do an attachment from Welder right over here on our fantastic Reshiram. So that's 1, 2. There we go. It's an attachment on Reshiram. On top of that, I thought I'm going to draw it like that, so I know I can actually play energy on Victini, retreat, and to be quite honest... Double blaze, sorry, 300 damage. And the game even froze for a second. That's how big was that shot. That's how big was that hit. And now all I care about is Victini. Well, I mean, at least slowly, right? I can slowly think about that Victini. There's just no way he can knock me out. And, I can just start attaching, and also discarding the energy. So, let's see if he's gonna... Wait, he's putting... Oh, okay. So he's gonna try... yeah, so he's gonna... Wait, put me asleep? Or paralyze? Okay, so I'm asleep, and he knocked out the Dedenne. Yeah. So now he's hitting for 120, so he kind of cut himself off. Which honestly is fine with me. Let me think for a second, because I do have to figure out how much energy I have. And I think the best way to check it out is actually playing Pokémon Communication and literally just checking it out. And I have still 4 in my deck. But you know what, I don't want to give him an additional attack. I don't want, to give him anything. So, Zebstrika, 9 Temptations, and I'm going to bring Greninja Zoroark. That has no energy attached to it. On top of that, I'm gonna use Sprint. Because right now in my head, I really want him to knock out that Reshiram and Charizard. To be quite honest with you, I'm not playing Lopunny. I'm all good. That's done. Yeah, I knew I'm not gonna wake up. So let's take a look over here. We've got 6 energy in our discard pile. Okay, so I do need 10, 12, 13. Right, so I do need a certain amount, and he's gonna play a Dark City. He's gonna use, of course, this guy. But what he doesn't even realize that he just literally gave me the win. Oh, and he missed. Like, really, dude. You had one job to do, and that was to knock me out, and you whiffed it, and you missed it. Oh. What I can say about that, right? About a play like that. I mean, I don't need a Cherish Ball. It's fine. And done. I mean, he's gonna take 3 prize cards, sure. I mean, I'm not waking up. I can't do anything, you know. I discarded my switches. But like, he can play, he can have whatever energy right now he wants. He can have whatever. There's no way. Even like, okay, Shrine of Punishment would be the thing. And he just gave me the W. Like, honestly, he just gave me the win. There's nothing he can do. I'm gonna count. This should be, you know, 12, which is 240. I can draw the energy. So I'm gonna discard this energy, draw 2, discard the 2 energies. Actually, I'm gonna get, you know, Mega Lopunny over here. This is just, you know, me being sure I have everything in the discard pile. There we go, and Infinity. 300 damage. There we go. Simple as that. Simple as that. And I mean, you know, what a game that was. Nice game 1. And to be quite honest, let's go into game number 2. Ooh, a pack. Because, you know, that's like my problem with Morgan, Dana, and like Hat Ladies. They are too late, and, you know, you can't really rely on many things. And, you know, there was this, like, there was a mode when he, you know, he could have done something, but he didn't, you know, it happens. Let's see, we've got Asmi77. Let's see, Mr. Asmi, what you gonna have here? What you gonna play, my friend? We've lost a coin flip. Alright, you know, that's fine. It's sure. But I have a Jirachi start, and we have Escape Board. So, hopefully I'm gonna draw... well, I'm gonna draw like a Cherish Ball. Right? On the Reshiram, so I can actually, you know, play Welder on him, on maybe on the Heatran, right? So, well, I know I'm going to have some options, but this is Spiritomb deck. Spiritomb deck is a really tough deck to beat, especially if you're that Reshiram. Just because it's a baby deck and he can hit for a lot of damage. So you do have to be careful, right? You do have to be, you know, careful with that. Alright, so Jirachi. Oh, so that's ADP version of the deck. So I have to focus on the ADP. I have to have 6 energies and I have to focus on an ADP. That is going to be a tough game. That's going to be a tough matchup. And let me tell you, this is going to be interesting, right? Like, this is going to be a really, really interesting game. I mean, at least I do hope so, right? Come on. What you gonna do? So that's a stadium, and current hand. You might also search for Pokemon Tool and the special energy. So he's gonna search for a tool. Because I do not think he has a special energy in his deck. I just, don't really think so. Escape board. I have my own escape board as well. As you can tell, the guy, is taking his time, and he is playing actually unit energy. That's quite interesting. Like, not everyone is doing that. Not everyone is playing unit energy. So that's cool. I mean, not taking anything from the guy, right? So there goes Welder. Of course, the engine that's incredibly fast. I mean, I don't want to play Mega Lopunny. Like, playing the Dedenne might harm me in the end, but I have to try, right? So let's get rid of the Dedenne and Mega Lopunny. Alright, we've got to switch. So this also means I'm gonna go and get myself a Ditto at this point, or I don't have a Ditto. Okay, so Vulpix. So Ditto is priced, that's what happens sometimes. It's okay. Stellar Wish. So have a Great Catcher. Does he have Mallow and Lana? I don't know, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what he has and what he has not have, so I want to risk it. I do want to take this risk, use a GX attack, and to like, hey, let's go for it, because he is going to use his GX this turn, and I know what it's gonna mean. So I have to put a pressure on him, right? If that would be our turn 2, he would already use his GX, right? And then I would be near the wall, right? Like behind me. Now he knows that he's the one who has to watch out. Like, he's the one who either is going to use a GX, or he might actually not, not came up with a W. So, it's something for something. You can clearly tell, like, he's alright, he's going for, he's going for Shrine of Punishment. So he wants to punish me here, and it's all good, it's all fine. No switch. Oh, that is okay. So that's gonna be a switch. Jirachi into retreat and using a GX, which it is cool, and this kind of gives me an opportunity, right? It gives me a window that I kind of wanted and needed if he's gonna leave him on the bench, because the Shrine of Punishment is gonna work. And well, I'm gonna try to find something with Jirachi, maybe get myself Ninetales out of something, right? So I have options. There are options. There are possibilities for me. Maybe I'm gonna draw the energy. Who knows? Maybe Welder, Dragon Talon. Alright, definitely interesting play here. So he is going for the GX. No doubt about that. Honestly, no doubt about that GX happening this turn. Which is good for him, right? Now, that's the strategy that he has to go with. And Shrine of Punishment, right? Now, working, right? Punishing me for playing stuff. Alright, so he's gonna see the same strategy from me. So, Stellar Wish on Jirachi, Welder, which is really good. Okay, so of course Welder over here on Reshiram. Alright, I got another switch, so I'm gonna have my next turn ready. Like, he noticed a knockout, like I think he kind of knew that. So it's like, whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a damage on myself next turn. So he just wants get me to the point of Spiritomb. And Spiritomb, maybe with Rainbow Energy he can get that fast enough. But I also know that I have to have another attacker. And I know I will have Victini as an attacker for my next turn. Maybe I will be able to get a Pokémon Communication out of my Welder, right? So, alright, he's not playing the Dedenne. Okay, is he going for another ADP? That's a good question. Absol, alright. So Jirachi is going to have a hard time retreating. Fair enough. Definitely fair enough play here. Stellar Wish, okay. Another Shrine of Punishment, so, you know, nothing, you know, super crazy. And I know that if I'm going to get rid of the Spiritomb, I won. But also I know he's going to attack with it. Or he's going to wait for a Hustle Belt. Because that's, you know, that's a scenario where he has a Hustle Belt, and he goes for it, and he will have it due to Guzman Hala, so I have to count it 30, 60, 120, 130, around roughly 200, I believe, or 210, I don't know how much damage Hustle Belt can add. That's 60. So again, 120, 130 plus 60, it's not gonna be enough. Right? Wait, again, that's 130. Yeah, it shouldn't be enough. I don't believe that's enough. Oh, it was enough. Alright, it was 220. Wait, did I miscalculate it? Yeah, I mean, it is possible that I've you know, screwed up some counting. He takes 4 prize cards, right? You know, now I'm in in a bit of trouble, you might say. But it was one of those things that, you know, I just had to do. And there goes Heatran. Come on, we need that energy, and we've got energy, and also what I got is a Giant Hearth, which is really good. So there goes energy. I mean, I don't need that energy, I can draw more. 1, 2. And of course it's gonna be a knockout from Victini. There we go, Infinity. So I know this was not even like the Infinity you would normally see, it was, you know, not the most prestigious Infinity, but it worked, and that's what matters, right? Like, it worked. And I'm just, you know, thinking where he can go from now. He can either start building up another Spiritomb, which I think he is gonna dig for, and he is going to try to build it. At the same time, you know, yeah, there he goes. I know I have to start thinking about Ninetales. Right? Because I know if I'm going to have Ninetales and I'm going to get rid of that Spiritomb, I'm okay. But I do... Well, I'm a little scared that he can knock me out. No, that's 70 damage. Right, wait, because I'm... 50 more damage for each damage comes, yes, that's 70. Like, I'm trying to understand why there was like 220. Because Hustle Belt gives you, you know... with 1, so that's 100. It should be 190 from... Oh yeah, additional 30 from the GX, of course, that's the game. Because he deals 30 more damage. I forgot that this GX actually adds 30 more damage. So see, like, that's what I miscalculated, and I think that was my fail mistake at the very end here. And, you know, if he realizes that, he has a knockout, because he has 2, you know... 2 damage counters, so if he realizes that he's dealing 30 more, he won. If he don't, well, that's on him. But at the same time, you know, I do think, you know, that he knows that. Or maybe he doesn't, like, looking at, you know, his moves. Yeah, I don't think he gets it. Yeah, he goes for another one. Like, this is BMing, dude. Like, I think he has problems, you know, acknowledging that, you know, he has that W there. Because he has the win. Like, don't get me wrong, he's taking 1 more prize card. So he does have a win. Right? And I mean, no, come on, dude, you have the win. Yeah, that's gonna be an overkill. But yeah, I think he just wanted to make sure that's a win for him. And well, GG's. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. But GG is a GG, right? So good game, my friend. A really good game. And that's all I can say. So we're this close with ADP. So really good matchup. ADP such a good deck. So that is my Reshazard deck, guys. And I hope you like it. The whole deck is down there below in the description. So don't forget to check it out yourself and go and play and win in your local tournaments. Goodbye and good night. Everyone loves you. Bye.